Is India ready for it? We in India, we look at sensuality and we equate it to sex. What differentiates sexuality and sensuality?
Sensuality shares the same root word as the word sensitization. So many of the encounters that we even have with people are void of deeper feeling experience. Everything that is happening in the world the way that it is not centered around the way that a woman wants to experience pleasure and intimacy. This is why we have something called the orgasm gap.
Why are we not even enjoying what we are doing? It's shocking that the most populated country in the world, it's so derived from that whole feeling of juiciness.
You can only feel that much pleasure with someone depending on how much pleasure you can feel on your own. No God's gonna come and make you feel pleasure. Sensuality is medicine. It's natural medicine.
And people think intimacies are only happening in bedrooms. Deep intimacy is something else. Many would say the society made us into this.
Feel free to say that society has done this. If you want to use it for some time as an excuse, use it. But you're never going to live the way you want to till you keep playing safe. And complaining about the system is playing safe.
Welcome, Meher. It's so good to have you today. And we are going to talk something really interesting, juicy, and we're going to dive deeper into, as you said this morning, the waters, the deep ends of waters of sensuality. So how are you feeling, first of all?
It's a very important topic and it's a juicy topic. I love this topic. So I'm looking forward to what we're going to unveil through this conversation.
Yeah. When we internally were talking about this whole topic, we had polar opposite ideas within the team meeting that we had, right? And certain ideas were that this is extremely vital for us to talk about. And the others were like, is India ready for it? Is Indian women or women in general, are they ready for it? And we chose to go with what we as women were perceiving in that moment. And we realized the conversation around embodied sensuality is extremely vital.
Right.
And it's a no-brainer. It's the most basic thing a woman needs to know.
Right.
So here we are. We've created a program with you, 21 days to embodied sensuality. And the way we are looking at this, it's like a sadhana for your own self.
Absolutely.
A sadhana to go deeper within your own sensual being and understanding that aspect. So looking forward to dive a little more deeper with you, right? But first of all, to begin with, would you like to talk about your journey? You've been a belly dancer, a very popular one. You teach people dancing. But over the past couple of years, you've come into the whole space of sensuality, talking about women's body, talking about space holding. I want to understand that we know you as this bold, beautiful women on the internet. But what triggered that you came to this path?
Okay. I believe that when I moved to India in the year 2006, I lived in the Middle East for 17 years.
Yeah.
And belly dancing was already a part of the culture there because it's obviously Arabic music and, you'll see it in a lot of Arab countries. It's not really looked at in a very good way, even in the Arab countries. Even there, it's kind of restricted to certain events and things like that. So when I came to India in the year 2006, I actually came to start my life here, my higher studies, university, etc. But there was a part of me that was resisting going into mainstream education in the way that it's done. And I knew that there is another artistic aspect of me. There's an essence in me that doesn't want to be stuck behind these walls, sitting on a table, and studying that way.
Yeah.
And I wondered and I questioned, is there another way to study? Is there another way to evolve? Is there another way to do things than the way that it is sold to us?
Yeah.
And by that time, I was already a dancer. Like I was, when you're young in school, you're learning certain styles and hobby classes, etc. So I was already comfortable with dancing, like most children are actually. Yeah. And when I came to India, right before coming to India, it's very interesting. I had a change of heart. So I had been prepping to go to university and I had a big interest in fashion.
Yeah.
So I applied to study fashion design in NIFT actually. But about a month before coming to India, and I got admission, I was very happy. I had a massive change of heart. Massive. And that change of heart was too late at that moment in time. All of a sudden, I saw this course on philosophy and comparative religion.
Hmm.
And I told my dad, Dad, I don't want to study fashion.
Yeah.
I want to study this. And my dad's like, no way.
Yeah.
We've prepared our lives now, etc. We're going to go forward, go back to India. You're going to study fashion. You've been saying you want to have a fashion brand, and everything is now put together in that direction. I don't think I can manage this. It's too last minute.
Hmm.
So I gave up on the idea. But you see, that seed to study philosophy and comparative religion was planted long back.
Wow.
And if at 17 it flowered and I said that I want to do this,
Yeah.
that means that something had been going on from before.
Yeah.
It couldn't have just been a random,
True.
it couldn't have been random.
Yes.
So it makes a lot of sense because, I mean, I love my dad, but he's the one to blame because he's been giving me books like Women Who Run with the Wolves at the age of 16,
Oh.
which is so young
Yeah.
to be reading about these women. Even recently, he gave me this book called Wild, Wild Women. And I was just like, Dad, I have turned out the way I've turned out because of you.
Yes.
And so he said one thing to me though. He said, Teko hamesha belly dancing seekhna tha. You always wanted to study belly dance. Before going to university, why don't you go to a dance festival?
Yeah.
That I can do for you.
Yeah.
So I said, thanks, Dad. That's lovely. So I was almost 17.
Yeah.
My first solo trip, backpack,
Yeah.
I went for a belly dance festival in London.
Wow.
Those 10 days completely changed me.
Hmm.
And I was like, that's what it means to live.
Yeah.
You're in your body, you're playing, you're joyous, you're celebrating. Every moment is celebration.
Yeah.
And that's where this seed was planted,
Hmm.
even though dance was a big part of my life.
Yeah.
And so I went to university, but then things started to change because I was like, I am resisting this. My whole body is resisting this. And I asked my parents for a year to give me time to see if I could do something with my interest in dance.
Yeah.
I said, just give me 1 year. Let me try.
Yeah.
I started practicing all the tools. I studied on the belly dancing festival, met some foreigners who were in India at that moment, some lovely women who I shared belly dancing tools with and exchanged experiences with. And I didn't realize one thing. But belly dance has been at the forefront even of what I'm doing now.
No. Yeah.
Because even at that time, the year 2006, belly dance was a revolution.
Yeah.
It was a revolution.
You actually brought that revolution to India. I mean, a lot of us saw a women on TV like that for the first time, an Indian women on TV like that. I think that was revolutionary for many of us to see you there doing your thing.
When I think about it now, I feel like what courage it must have taken a young girl to do that.
Yes.
Because at that moment you have such fire, you don't think about it like that. But I didn't realize that in the process of choosing belly dance as a big part of my life, I was going to lead the way for a lot of women to make decisions for their own bodies. So the story already began there.
Yeah.
Because now a woman was saying, I'm going to dance sensually. I'm going to wear whatever costume I want. And I'm not going to take the permission of my dad, my husband, my boyfriend, my brother, etc.
Yeah.
So that in itself, although not vocally, was already a revolution. And that's where it began.
So the seed was there beforehand and with the work that you're doing now. And I think similarly, the conversation that we're having today, Meher, it's about embodying that sensual aspect of your own being. And whoever is watching this right now technically already had that seed somewhere or the other, right? Already had that desire, that feeling to know yourself a little more deeper. And going to that whole area, because it has been very active for me in the past couple of years. And that's how I came to your work, right? Your work stumbled upon me when I needed it the most, right? And many women who are now discovering your path, what you have to say to the world, the seed has already been there. It's just now finding its way. So going back to looking at the taboos aspect of it, right? We in India, we look at sensuality and we equate it to sex. We equate it to doing it with the other partner. It's an act of intimacy. That's how we just look at sensuality. But your work talks about sensuality way deeper. It is your essence that's within your own self. It's a remembrance of your own being. Would you like to talk about what differentiates sexuality and sensuality? Because clearly defining what we've built with Neo Yug, it's not about sex.
100% not.
So what are we talking about here?
It's so funny that we've started to believe that if we exchange or express or have intimate encounters with other people, that we will have better encounters, or that we will accept and enjoy our bodies more.
Yeah.
But that's not the truth. You could be engaging in encounters with many, many people and still be completely hating yourself.
Yeah.
On the other hand, I think it probably does end up happening. It's kind of like a vice versa situation.
Yeah.
For me, sensuality, it's important to ask this question at this moment, that what is sensuality really, right? What is it? And so sensuality shares the same root word as the word sensitization. Okay? And that's the key thing. Sensitization means to become sensitive to something.
Yeah.
And so they both have the same root word,
Right.
sense, which means to feel.
To feel.
Yeah. And given the world we live in today, so many of the encounters that we even have with people are void of that allowing of that deeper feeling experience.
Yeah.
So many of us are protecting ourselves and engaging at the level of biology. So that's the thing. At the level of biology is sex.
Yeah.
I have a need. I need a release. I want to procreate,
Yeah.
further the progeny, whatever.
Yeah.
That is at the level of biology. Instinct, primal, animalistic, raw. But when we speak of sensuality, it isn't merely the procreative, raw aspect of our energy.
Yeah.
It's the creative expression of that primal energy. So now it's not only about engaging in the act. It's about how do we make this act artistic, creative.
Yeah.
Why do you think we have a treatise called Kama Sutra? Because that is the art of pleasure.
Yeah.
The art of pleasure. What a way of looking at it.
Yeah.
Right? So, sensuality now, from the lens of sensitization,
Yeah.
is our capacity to expand our ability to feel, to sense, to perceive, to engage with our environment. So when you see a flower, you don't take it for granted. Arey bas, it's just a flower. You engage with that flower.
Yeah.
When you see a person, you don't limit it to, oh, this was a good interaction or a bad interaction. You look for the whys and the hows.
Yeah.
You go deeper. So sensuality is as much seriousness as much as it is play. It is related to the element of water.
Yeah.
And so that water is as deep as it is playing on the shore.
Yeah.
And that is the beauty of sensuality. When we start to live more sensually, it's no more about having an intimate interaction with somebody.
Yeah.
It's about living fully, living alive.
Yeah.
So when people tell me, how do you have so much energy? This is sensual energy.
It is. Yeah.
I am living through with this energy. It's what's pushing me.
Yeah.
I want to see the sun. I want to wake up. I want to smell the flowers. I want to eat my food and enjoy it. I want to enjoy your company. I want to look into your eyes. I want to live.
Yeah.
And so that's something that I believe we are getting
It's
broken
such
away
a
from.
it's such a potent gift that's available to all of us. Yet we are so desensitized with the whole aspect, especially women, right? And we've created this program specifically keeping women in mind, that we were having this dialogue the other day that in China, you go to China a lot, and in China, it is purely about procreating or getting into kinks and all of that, and how women are now talking about that's not what we want, that's not what sensuality truly is. Like, we are following a paradigm structure of what porn industry and media have done to a certain extent to this particular topic, and completely kept this whole sensuality aspect, and in the whole process of it, women have desensitized to their own bodies.
Yes.
How do we bring that back, Meher? Because it's a potent gift that all of us deserve and we need. I mean,
The way that everything is being sold to us right now
yeah.
is being sold to us from the male POV,
Mm-mm.
from the male gaze. Dress up like a bunny, dress up like a nurse,
Yeah.
dress up like a schoolgirl. How twisted is that? Even a 20-year-old man wants you to dress like a schoolgirl, even a 40-year-old man wants you to dress like a schoolgirl. In the name of foreplay.
Yeah.
I believe that that is absolutely twisted.
Mm-mm.
I'm sorry.
Yeah.
Shoot me for saying this, but I'm going to say it. Because if you don't want to make love to the woman who's in front of you, why are you here in the first place?
Yeah.
Why are you here? So, women are subscribing to the fact that maybe if I get these toys, go through with all this kink and play out all these fantasies, that I will be seen, that I will be loved, that I will be touched deeply.
Yeah.
Yes, I believe women can have fantasies for sure. But everything that is happening in the world the way that it is not centered
Yeah.
around the way that a woman wants to experience
Mm-mm.
pleasure and intimacy. This is why we have something called the orgasm gap.
Yeah.
Because it isn't about a rush and hard and play and how many tools you can get. No. It's about actually how slow, how quiet, how gentle, how seen I can feel.
Mm-mm.
And this is why women are chasing this male concept of pleasure.
Yeah.
And that's what's distancing them from their pleasure.
Yeah.
For me, sensuality is the gateway to bring women back into the way that is the feminine path to pleasure.
Mm-mm. It is coming back home.
It is coming back home.
It is so much more like saying what I've been fed or the conditionings that I've had around my body, around the act of sex, the act of sensuality, understanding my own self. It is coming back to my center as a woman who's been given this gift of sensuality to feel so much more deeper than what things we perceive out them to be, right?
Yes, and even when I ask hundreds of women, when I travel and I do this work all around the world, my question is, now that you have the costumes, you have the tools, you have the kinks, are you satisfied?
Yeah.
And the answer is a unanimous no.
Yeah. Also, the feeling, Meher, many women who are listening to this right now, even men, they might think these conversations, these dialogue are for bold, progressive women, right? The modern urban women. While this is the story of every woman and men out there, that they're so desensitized from the entire process. It's like, why are we not even enjoying what we are doing? Why does it feel like an act? Why does it feel like a, a practice that has no base in love? And that's why maybe there are so many things happening around the world where cheatings are happening, where women don't want to talk to their men don't want to talk to their women, and they are in this duty driven lifestyle they're living.
And now we're talking about these apps that tell us how adultery is the new trend.
Yeah.
Because relationships or relating is not rooted in connection,
Yeah.
in play.
It is.
And sensuality is play.
Yeah.
When you create that juicy space for yourself and somebody else, when you're open to play, when there is communication, when there is connection, you would want to develop this further,
Yeah.
like any other art in the world. If you start to touch the foundation of dance and you learn 2 moves and you enjoy those 2 moves and they make you feel good,
Yeah.
you'd want to learn more.
For sure.
Doesn't that apply to anything in life?
Yeah.
But if from the beginning you are disconnected,
Mm-hmm.
you're going to discard it in a few tries.
So it requires an opening mindset, right? It requires a woman or a man to come and say, hey, you know what? I wanna at least experience what this is about. Would you like to share certain stories? Because whenever we meet, we talk about all these stories, and I'm always amazed by the stories that you have to tell about women, right? And it's shocking. It's shocking that the most populated country in the world, it's so derived from that whole feeling of juiciness. It's sad. And it's weird at the same time. What are these women going through when you meet them, when you talk to them?
I think there's different age groups and different issues that different age groups of women are facing.
Hmm.
Many of the women in their 30s and 40s, you'll be surprised, have been in long relationships, 10 years, 12 years, 15 years, married, or long committed relationships, and complain of how they haven't had pleasure or the kind of intimacy that they'd like to have in 10 years, 15 years. Because the person in front doesn't care.
Hmm.
And I feel that too comes from this lack of not knowing the ways in which the body can actually be enjoyed,
Yeah.
celebrated. So we keep seeking this person that will finally, make us feel this immense pleasure.
Yeah.
But you know how they say that someone can only meet you as deeply as they've met themselves?
Mm-hmm.
It applies to you also. You can only feel that much pleasure with someone depending on how much pleasure you can feel on your own.
Mm.
Nobody, no God's gonna come and make you feel pleasure.
Yeah.
If you have shame and if you are disconnected, you're not gonna feel anything.
Yeah.
And so many women, like I said, numb, disconnected, not able to,
Hmm.
even if they want to, can't trust men.
Yeah.
There are so many wounds, it's unbelievable.
Hmm.
And with the younger women, maybe in their 20s, I see 2 aspects of this.
Mhm.
Number 1, the research is telling us that there's no generation like Gen Z that has had such little sex in history.
Wow.
And then there's another part of it where younger people that I meet, they feel like the more casual sex they have, the more free they'll feel.
Hmm.
But that's also distancing them from their
Yeah.
own bodies.
Yeah.
Because the bodies are being treated like
Hmm.
garbage.
Hmm.
And so when we speak of sensuality, sensuality is medicine.
Yeah.
It's natural medicine. And if you notice, the modern system has disconnected us from all types of natural medicine.
Mm-hmm.
The medicine that comes from all these different cultures, ancient cultures, that is thousands of years old.
Yeah.
This has become alternative.
Mm.
But modern medicine, just few hundreds of years,
Yeah.
is mainstream.
Mm-hmm.
So something that is thousands of years old is alternative.
Yeah.
But something that's just come around is the way, the right way, mainstream. In the same way, cultures across the world have known that the feminine has a medicine.
Mm-mm.
And that medicine is of the sensory medicine, the intuition, the flow, the sixth sense.
Mm-hmm.
But when we disconnect from our sensuality, we also disconnect from our sixth sense.
Yeah.
So women who say, I'm suffering, my intuition's not speaking to me. I don't start working them with the intuition.
Mm.
I start working them with
Yes.
sensuality.
Yes. This is the base of everything, right? We we talk to so many mentors every single day, and there's a conversation happening around manifestation, conversation happening around magic, and even on social media, the new age trend that be the hero of your story, be the main character of your story. None of this is possible if you're not in tuned with your own self. If you're not in touch with that sacred aspect of yourself, none of that is possible by living that way. Like even enjoying a cup of coffee in the morning, enjoying a walk, enjoying a conversation, a dialogue, looking into someone's eyes. You can't fully feel it if you're not in tune with that. And people think intimacies are only happening in bedrooms. Deep intimacy is something else. It's actually, you have very rightly said that it's being in touch with that sacred aspect of yourself. And many women have forgotten that, unfortunately. And many still have the spark. I don't think it's dead. I think it's always alive.
Women have been forced to forget.
Mm-mm.
Women have been forced to forget. Because when you make women forget their desires, their needs, their joys, and their pleasure, you can run a system like this.
Yeah. And the system is falling apart.
Of course, it's falling apart. It must. Because if the feminine, and now when I
Yeah.
say the feminine, I don't mean female or woman.
Mhm.
If the feminine and the qualities that she brings forth in the universe,
Mhm.
creation, play, nurturing, natural qualities,
Mhm.
if these qualities have been pushed aside,
Yeah.
the world is going to fall apart.
Mm.
Because you can't have the yang and remove the yin. It's not possible.
Yeah.
And so, sensuality is reclamation.
Mm.
It's saying that let the system fall apart.
Yeah.
Sensuality is rebellion.
It
It
is.
says, what has rebellion always been about? Let's look at who do you call as an embodied rebel? Someone who breaks the rules?
Mhm.
But why are they breaking the rules? Are they breaking the rules with no cause? For no reason? They break the rules because the rules don't feel right.
Yeah.
So a rebel is somebody who breaks the rules because they don't feel right. They lead by feeling.
Yeah.
And so everything that's falling apart in the world now is because people want to feel.
Yeah.
Simple.
And that's where the dialogue is happening, right? We are even having this dialogue today. I think it's very rare that we're having this dialogue in a country like India for the first time, that we're talking about sensuality for women, remembering and touching base with their essence. So now that we know the potency of this, Meher, how do we come to this? Let's get juicier with this whole conversation. How do we come to this remembrance as women? How do I touch base with my sensuality fully?
I think the first thing that women have to remember is that they are complete.
Mm.
We are whole.
Mm.
And being whole does not make you anti men.
Yep. Big one.
You have to clarify this.
Yes.
Because I'm acknowledging I'm whole, that doesn't make me a woman who hates men. I think men are amazing. I think we need
Yeah.
men.
Totally.
They are necessary.
Yes.
But I will not reject my wholeness to be accepted by a man in the way that he needs me to be.
Yep.
I am biologically different from a man.
Mm-hmm.
Women are designed differently, they function differently, they feel differently. And so, just to fit the mold of what suits the system,
Mm-hmm.
because feeling is inconvenient, intimacy is too much effort.
Yeah.
All of this takes time, but who has time?
Yeah.
So, I give in to the rush and I say, okay, I shall forego the needs of this body. I shall forego the needs of this biology and say, let's rush.
Yeah.
That is serving nobody.
Mm.
Not me, neither the person that I may be with. It's not serving anybody.
Mm-hmm.
So that's the first thing, that women have to come into their wholeness. How do we come into our wholeness? We simply start by recognizing that nobody or nothing is going to come and complete us.
Yeah.
Simple. It's a mindset shift. It's just a simple mindset shift. And from there, we start to engage now in the world like we're whole. So we don't operate from this lack. We don't operate from, I need this, need to get married, or I need to have kids, or I need to be this person or have that thing to feel complete. No.
Yeah.
You need to celebrate who you are instead of trying to have something or be something which is not there right now.
Yeah.
Celebrate who you are.
Yeah.
Celebrate your biology. Celebrate your cycles. Menstruation is beautiful.
Yeah.
Celebrate your differences. Celebrate your shadows. Celebrate your desire for play and communication, and instead of trying to push it aside.
Yeah.
Because one of our friends very rightly said, what are we just going to do by men providing?
Yep.
Who is going to do anything with just the providing? Who's going to make that meal being provided, that those vegetables
Into a meal.
into a meal? Till the nurturing aspect is not there, what are you going to do with providing?
Yeah.
Who's going to do anything with it?
Yeah.
This is a lovely friend of ours who said this to us just a few days back.
Yeah.
And so that nurturing quality must be sensual. And I'll give you a simple example. When I breastfed my daughter for almost 3 years, and this was on-demand breastfeeding.
Yeah.
I gave her no other milk except my milk. How could it not be sensual? Her lips, her tongue, and her mouth were on my breasts. How could it not be sensual? How can I say, I don't want to feel my child's mouth on my breast, I am disconnected? How?
Wow. Yeah.
You see, the male path to spirituality is going inward because men have a very disturbed relationship with their sexuality.
Yeah.
It empowers them. Many men lack control. So the spiritual path for a man is to draw his senses inwards and say, I need to channel.
Yeah.
Let's not say control, let's not say suppress, but I need to become conscious and aware of my senses which are always playing games with me. Whereas for women, the spiritual path is sensual. Because by the biological design of a woman, if she creates a child and says, make the child, leave it in the world, now I'm going on my path.
Yeah.
How is the child going to grow? How is the child going to be nurtured? So the path of nurturing is the path of sensuality because it is in the world.
Yeah.
The senses have to be with the child. My ears have to be open for the demands of the child. My eyes have to calibrate every moment what my child is doing.
Yeah.
I have goosebumps even talking about this. Because as a mother, I have to be so present to fulfill the needs of my child. My body is the first tool that fulfills the needs of my child. How can it not be sensual when the word means to feel?
This was something. We perceive sensuality as wrong in terms of the society standards. But when you talked about being a mother and breastfeeding a child, it's an experience for almost every woman that is, gone through the process. Every woman that has cooked a meal, every woman that has loved, every woman that has cared for, whether there's family, their children, their siblings, their husbands or boyfriends or lovers. It's available to all of us.
Yes.
And we think we've forgotten it fully. So it's still there. It is so active. We just perceive sensuality to be this foreplay sexual thing. No, it's not that. It is this. So the essence of that, what you're talking about, it's the same essence
Yes.
But when we utilize that to come and find our center for our own self, and I want to come to an individual process of this, Meher, because I feel more women use that sensuality consciously, subconsciously for others all the time.
Right.
Whether that's pleasing a man in the bed too, faking it
Right. Absolutely.
for others.
Yeah.
Let's come to the feeling for your own self.
Yeah.
How do I come and live a juicy life for my own self?
This is so true. Every time your mother has cooked those delicious meals and set the table in a beautiful way, it was for us.
Yes.
Every time the house smelled good or looked beautiful, it was for everybody.
Yeah.
And so many times, even behind closed doors, women are doing this for their partners. It's so true. That I feel like is the shadow of all of this, you know,
Mm.
the sad truth. But it doesn't have to be.
Mm-mm.
It doesn't have to be.
Yeah.
It just takes a decision. It
Yeah.
takes one decision. You wake up one morning and you say, I have done a lot
Mm-hmm.
for many people, and I will continue to do so.
Yeah.
That is in my being. I'm not going to disconnect from my being.
Yeah.
But what if I turned all this doing towards myself?
Mm.
To nourish, to that nourishing quality, what if the lens is turned inwards?
Yeah.
And now that nourishing quality says, let's nourish myself first.
Yeah.
And that's where what we've created with the 21-day Embodied Sensuality program comes into play.
Mm.
Because through these 21 days, without inhibition,
Yeah.
without saying this is dirty,
Mm.
this is shameful, this is only for bold women, I don't think I deserve this, I'm not worth it, my body is ugly, taking away all that untruth away.
Yeah.
And saying, I am a woman,
Mm.
period.
Yeah.
I am a woman. And as a woman, I deserve
Yes.
to enjoy my being.
Yeah.
And that's what we're hoping to create with this. Just connect to yourself in a way that celebrates who you are
Yeah.
in this very moment.
Mm.
That's the sweetness. That's the nectar. That's how we nourish ourselves.
Yeah.
You know, even when our mothers made those delicious meals, what did they want? They wanted dad or us to just go around and say, Mom, that was delicious.
Yeah.
Honey, that
Mm.
was delicious. Just that is all the deliciousness a woman wants.
Yeah.
And so,
And it's different from validation, by the way. It's not validation. It's not validation.
what we're trying to do here, and what I'm actually saying through this program is when we create space for deliciousness in our own selves,
Mhm.
we start to emanate a quality
Yeah.
that naturally attracts those compliments,
True.
those relationships,
Yeah.
those ways of being and communication,
Mm.
that intimacy.
Yeah.
But we take charge of working on that vibration, giving that sensual energy importance, feeding it something
Yeah.
so that that water can flow, so that that fire can burn.
Yeah.
And when you bring that into the world, money, opportunities, relationships, travel, you name it and you have it.
Yeah. It is 100x of manifestation.
Way beyond.
Way beyond. I mean, we can't even compare, honestly. I'm a living testimony of this. I'm a living, walking, talking testimony of your work, Meher. Your work has attuned me and my body to this whole sensual aspect of my own being, that life is just juicier now. Earlier, it used to be always giving from a state of I have to give. Now the state is I want to give.
Ah, I love that.
You know, it's a choice. And in that state of giving, I don't feel depleted. I feel the cup is so full and I have enough for myself and for others, and take, give. And that to me is, that's reflecting. I think that state of being is reflecting whether those tools and practices that we've done with you definitely helps. But I think it was by the practice of that, it was a mindset shift, as you talked about. It was one fine day you wake up and then you just make that choice for yourself. The relationship with the body changes. The same body that used to feel ugly in the mirror, it's the same divine body you end up seeing and end up touching and end up feeling fully. The relationship with others becomes so much more juicier. I get compliments all the time now. What are you on? And
I see it.
I don't, I'm like, my life is juicy. You know how we heard it in the retreat?
One of our other friends gave
Other
us this
friends,
mantra.
life is
Life is juicy.
It is so juicy. I mean, that's the beautiful outcome of what this work can do. But would you like to share more results of what can a woman expect from this by walking on this path, by making this choice for herself?
Sure. You know, it somehow seems, or there is an assumption, that modern day woman
Mhm.
wants that she should have everything like a man.
Mhm.
Yes, opportunities. Yes, the same type of respect.
Yeah.
But she also wants something very differently. It's not the same.
Yeah.
We don't want the same things that men do. No. Basic human needs, yes, but not the same things. What a woman is really, really looking for, or rather, let's just say what the feminine actually wants.
Mm.
What the feminine actually wants is to be seen.
Mm-mm.
Not in the way of, like we said, validation,
Yeah.
but that I don't identify as a feminist because I have to fight for who I am. But opposite,
Mm.
I'm a woman and everybody is enjoying this.
Yeah.
And I am enjoying this. So within the program, one of the key things is connecting to what it means to be with the naturalness of womanhood.
Mm.
The naturalness. Something that you and I and any other woman we will speak to has as a quality.
Yeah.
Somewhere. Someone has it more, someone has it little, but every woman has that quality.
Mm.
And those qualities are actually what we want to comfortably be with.
Which we're really afraid to be, by the way.
Exactly.
Mm.
And so, through the 21 days, the focus is on coming back to the quality through a safe, sacred space.
Mm-mm. Yeah.
Because we may want to come back to these qualities. Like, a lot of women will say, I'm not soft anymore. I'm such a career woman. Like, I don't have like a relationship in my life and I don't have time. And, I just can't invest. Like, I'm so done with men. You'll hear so much of this.
Yeah.
But you can also see the bitterness behind it.
Oh.
You can see that the woman is not happy.
Yeah.
You can see that she's not comfortable in her skin. You can see that she's not happy in her body. You can see that she's not even smiling in a room of strangers. And so what's the point of complaining about all of this on the outside when we're not even enjoying saying all this? Is it even truthful?
I mean, many would have a perspective on this and say, we are like this because the society made us into this. When did we started giving power away like that?
Well, feel free to say that society has done this. Feel free. If you want to use it for some time as an excuse, use it.
It is one.
But you're never going to live. You're never going to live the way you want to till you keep playing safe.
Yeah.
And complaining about the system is playing safe. The world is now showing us that if you want change, you have to break some rules.
Yeah.
Even if that means breaking the system to come back to yourself. What a crime.
Yeah.
What a crime. Just to feel like a woman, I have to break some rules. Nobody should have to break rules to feel like themselves.
Yeah.
But within the course, Because sometimes we want to and we don't have the tools. We're going to have the chance to find a method
Yeah.
or a practice that can be done for many more days beyond these 21 days to embody what is up here.
Yeah.
Now, that is what embodiment means. Let's understand what embodiment means, right?
Yeah.
Embodiment means your knowledge and your information is all in the mental space. So, in your mental space, you know what courage is. You know what strength is. You know what power is. You know what fearlessness is. Are you able to live it? So, embodiment transforms information, mental constructs, trickles it down into the body, and makes it real.
Yeah.
That's what becomes wisdom.
Yeah.
So, all of that play that's happening in the head, oh, I know this, I know that, mujhe to ye pata hai. But how much cognitive dissonance there is? I know this, but I can't do it. I believe this, but I act differently.
Yeah.
So, embodied tools and embodiment practices are what create that safe space for a woman for a few minutes a day to leave behind all her baggage and her troubles and her issues and say, I'm committing to connect with my pleasure, with my femininity, with my joy, with my design, even biological design as a woman.
Yeah.
And so that's what the embodiment program is going to do. All that's here that you want to have, that you keep complaining, I don't have love, I'm not soft, I'm not this, I'm not that, I don't have pleasure. You need to take time.
Yeah.
You need to slow down and say, I'm going to make an active choice to commit at least these 21 days to myself. It's a commitment to myself.
So, Meher, it is a 21-day sadhana for your own self, right? Paint me a picture what would 21 days, post 21 days, a woman would look like once she goes through this entire process of her own. What is going to shift for her? What is going to happen to her?
Let me give you a few examples.
Okay.
Number one, women who've not been able to tune into simply understanding what their body says when they want to say yes versus what their body says when they want to say no. For some women, this may be the learning that they have from the course. That's what happens in my body when I want to say no.
Yeah.
And that's what happens in my body when I want to say yes. And that's a big one for women. Second, women that have disconnected from their parts because their parts have been objectified for so long and they feel shame around their breasts, their womb, their yoni. They are now going to build a very different relationship with these parts.
Beautiful. Yeah.
Then, so much that we speak around body shaming and these Instagram beauty with the cheekbones and the thick lips and the certain types of eyes. This course is designed to break that idea down of beauty.
Yeah.
So women, through the practices, are going to understand the essence of what it means to tap into your own inner grace, your own inner beauty.
Yeah.
Because it is only through grace that one becomes beautiful.
Yeah.
So the course also gives you a chance to tap into what does grace mean? What is real beauty? And it breaks those body shaming ideas.
Yeah.
Another thing is that the course has a lot of movement practices. So women that have always wanted to move their bodies and get comfortable in their skin, but feel like a dance class is too overwhelming or they can't coordinate the 1, 2, 3, 4 and just it's challenging and they don't want to be seen in that sense.
Yeah.
This is a chance to move your body in a way that originates from your own creativity.
Yeah.
And then for women who don't have the resources, the budgets, the time, the possibility of going to a women's sensual retreat or to getting a private trainer or to engaging in these practices in community, this is like a personal private women's retreat.
It is. Yeah.
And so a lot of the things that you and I have done inside these public spaces,
Yeah.
women now have a chance to do at home.
Yeah.
Very private.
Yeah.
Create their sacred space and tap into that juice
Hmm.
that so many women like us are feeling inside community spaces.
It is the second step beyond being open to the idea of it. It's saying, hey, I think I am ready. And it's done so beautifully, and you've explained everything in such detailed manners, and so simplified, Meher. It doesn't feel overwhelming. Even for somebody who's close to an idea, there is a possibility of a seed taking place and saying, hey, you know what? Before I die, I'm going to experience what this epitome of self love and that true sensuality is, the intimacy with my own self. Because imagine living a life and dying without knowing it.
I've had clients like that who are well into their 50s and have had partners or a single partner and have reached out to me from that sense of desperation, saying to me, Meher, I've really never understood what pleasure is. I don't want to die without that experience. Because the woman knows she's capable of it. But there's so many layers, societal conditioning, shame, that comes in the way of a woman having that
Yeah.
gift.
I mean, that's the story of many women, actually. There's a story of every woman that we come across, and the dialogues were always meant for the bold ones. But I do sense, I do see the dialogue is opening up far more deeper in the kitty circles, online, in the friends group. The conversation is opening up. The retreats, the wild womb retreats that the women come to, all walks of life, women in their corporate careers, doing top shot jobs. And when they come there, they become girls. You know, they feel safe. And I think what we try to do with this program is create that safe space so that the first step can be taken at the comfort of their home. Any example would you like to take us through, Meher? That give us a teaser of what's in the program. What can women expect? Of course, they're beautiful tools and practices. Any teaser that you can give us?
So, one of the tools that I won't be using in the exact way that I'm going to do it now is about creating a relationship to the sensations in our body.
Mm-hmm.
And so maybe we can try it out.
Okay.
You know, try a little,
I'm game.
try a little, just a fun thing.
Yeah.
Yeah. And maybe you can close your eyes, inhale through your nose, exhale through your mouth, keep your jaw relaxed. One more time, inhale through your nose, exhale through your mouth. One more time, inhale through your nose, and exhale through your mouth. And now, maybe while you keep your eyes closed, you can guide me to a physical sensation in your body that is really calling out right now. So, this is not a feeling or an emotion, it's a physical sensation. Is there something happening in your body that you want to draw my attention to?
I'm feeling it in my gut area.
And what are you feeling in your gut?
Um, there's a contraction and expansion that's happening, which is not, doesn't feel bad or negative or sick. It just feels.
You just experience a contraction in the gut,
Mhm.
right? And could you notice in your body if there's a space that doesn't feel contracted but feels expanded? What's a part of your body that's not feeling contraction but is feeling light?
Um, my chest feels expanded fully.
Okay, so let's just come out of that. Now, gently open your eyes. And this is what we go through in the practice with a little bit of a interesting insight here. Naturally, when I asked you to look into a physical sensation in your body,
Yeah.
your attention directly went to a space that was contracted
Yeah.
versus a space that was expanded
Yeah.
or open. And so the human mind is designed in a way that it goes to the place first that feels contracted, feels tense.
Yeah.
It may not necessarily be bad
Mm.
because you have the capacity to hold that contraction. But when we speak of training our bodies for more pleasurable experiences, we need to become observers and witness of where is pleasure already present.
Mm.
And so this practice, 99 times out of 100, the answer I get is I feel a contraction,
Mm.
or I
Wow.
feel tension,
Yeah.
or I feel, a tightness.
Yeah.
But nobody tells me for the first round of the practice,
Mm.
my breasts feel so loose and relaxed.
Yeah.
Nobody ever says that.
Mm.
But when I take them into that journey, they start to recognize that, oh, there is already pleasure in my body.
It's available.
It's available.
Yeah.
But we're only paying attention to the things that very noticeably contract.
Yeah.
And if you see, isn't that what happens in our day-to-day lives as well?
It does.
This is why we victimize ourselves. This is why we complain. This is why we say, I'm doing my best, but this thing isn't happening.
Yeah.
Because our attention seems to be on everything that's not okay.
Yeah.
So, being a person in the public eye, when people come to me and say, why aren't you talking about this political subject, and why aren't you raising your voice on this matter and that matter and that matter? My answer is simple.
Mm.
I am not apathetic. I am not blind.
Mm.
I can see. I feel into the pain. But if you're here in this world to support people on their journeys to feel better in their bodies, in their lives, to build resilience and to build capacity, then I cannot be only paying attention to what is not okay in the world.
Wow. Yeah.
So very often, the work that I do is talking about celebration. The body does not mean I'm neglecting what's happening in the world.
Yeah.
I have my views on it too. And I share my voice when it's needed.
Mm.
And so even negative talk can be such a trend.
Yeah.
Let's talk about all the suffering in the world. What a trend.
Mm.
Because it's easier to talk about suffering.
Mm.
Just like it was easier to tap into something into the body that was contracted.
Yeah.
And so the course and the program, the 21 days, is designed to tune into what is already magical, pleasurable, enjoyable,
Yeah.
sweet,
Yeah.
delicious, versus thinking something's wrong with me and I need to fix it.
It is not a healing program.
It is not a healing program,
Yeah.
but sensuality is medicine
It is
naturally.
medicine. Yes. Beautiful. I mean, the layers of this exercise, even, right? We don't perceive our states like that. We don't everything that we feel about ourselves reflects back. It's like, you know how they said that as above, so below. Everything is a reflection. Our states, our life, our society even is a state, an outcome of reflection of who we are internally. And I think it's the women who need to shift that gear to be able to reflect that beauty back to the world. And that's why I always say, you gotta have the full-blown human experience to be able to say, I am fucking feeling it all. I'm feeling life is juicy like that. I am deeply in love with my pain as much as I'm in love with life. Yeah. And we're not negating anything. There's no white or black. There's no polarity. It is all the same. And I think when women start experiencing that and tapping into that joy of feeling it all and getting out of that state of victimhood, of state of self-doubt, I think magical stuff starts happening to her life. And it's a lot mystical in nature, actually, beyond how we perceive it to be also. So I personally feel, I think this 21 days journey for any women, it is going to open a Pandora box of magic. That's how I'm perceiving it to be. It has been magical to me. There are days when I can't even tap into why this is happening to me. And I no longer question it. I receive it as a grace and gift. And I think that's the beauty of women coming and remembering their power. Any last words you have, Meher, for women that are ready for this dialogue, ready for this action in life?
Many spiritual masters have said that women, out of virtue of who they are, connect with God more easily
Mm.
than men do.
Mm-mm.
Going into that bhakti bhav, that devotion, is much simpler for a woman than it is for a man.
Mm-mm.
But now imagine the state of the world. Every being has come into this world through a woman.
Yeah.
But if the women of the world feel unloved, this world is going to be a sorry place to be in.
Yeah.
But gone is the time, because we are not victims, that we keep waiting on being treated a certain way,
Yeah.
being given the respect a certain way. I believe an embodied woman doesn't ask for it, she lives it.
Mm.
And so you live it by your choices.
Yeah.
And committing to this journey is making an active choice. I'm not a victim. I am a woman.
Mm.
I'm going to enjoy who I am.
Yeah.
I'm going to feel that love. And then that love is going to pour through me into the world.
Yeah.
The world is going to be a sad place if women forget totally how to love themselves.
Yeah.
Now, more than ever, we need women to connect with who they are, not what the system is telling them to be,
Mm.
who they really, really are.
Yeah. And this is not a rebellious act, actually. It is necessity.
It's not rebellion, it's remembrance.
It is remembrance. Beautiful. I mean, looking forward to see this span out, Meher. And we are so, so grateful. All of us at New Yoga are deeply grateful to you to be able to do this with us. And for many, many women that are ready. And as we talked about, it is the first step. Yes, you can go deeper with the work, and the deeper work you anyways do. But this is a first step towards that remembrance. We are super soaked and super excited for this. Thank you for doing this with us. And thank you for opening up your heart and your wisdom for all of us. Thank you so much. Thank you for doing this.
Thank you to you for believing in my vision. I don't think I can do this work alone, though I do intend to bring this work to as many women as possible. But it's only through women like yourself who have the capacity to envision things in a much larger way than I can. That's how this work is going to move forward.
Yeah.
That's why women like yourself also, who've maybe you're a very unique woman, but there are so many women out there who've locked themselves up away from this experience.
Yeah.
They're sitting in such powerful positions. They can change the world if they want to.
Yes.
But till they keep rejecting themselves, their womanhood, we all suffer.
Yours.
But
Sure.
when women like you leading such projects take that action, take that step, that's how all women benefit through you.
Beautiful.
So thank you.
Beautiful. Thank you so much, Meher.
Thank you.
And yeah, thank you.